be a time where we would get like chicken biscuits and.
Wow.
And then you remember we would mix the wine.
Oh yes.
And the
oh my God, the Moscato.
The
Moscato.
with the orange or whatever fruit we had. We be lit over here, boy. We be laughing having a good time.
Hey, you know what's funny? During that time, those are Trump years.
You
You know, I don't like the guy, but I will say there is a difference.
Oh my God.
There is a difference the way the market is.
Well, damn. Well, with that being said,
we Brazil.
We Brazil right now.
Yeah, I know. I told my kids that the other day. They said, "What we getting for dinner?" I said, "We Brazil. Go get it. Go find something in the pantry. Find something."
Hey, I went to Wegmans the other day. Ooh.
That's your
Man,
problem. You don't go to Wegmans.
Woo,
That's a special
Wegmans.
occasion.
yeah,
What?
Wegmans expensive. That's like
yeah,
Whole
you
Foods.
tripping.
Well,
You tripping,
she
bro.
wanted me to like cook, so I said, "Let me find some sides from Wegmans and I'll just, you know."
You got the size from Wegmans, like the pre-made ones.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Wegmans are for
you were wildin'.
premium items like
You were wildin'.
It's like
protein,
$16 a pound.
Yeah, you were wilding, bro.
the deli.
You should start putting stuff in the group chat before you make these decisions. These life decisions.
You forget
made
he's
good,
under
like-
30 until he says them type of things.
Yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact.
You forget.
Once I turned there, I'll be like, "Oh, for right, see the price of this shit."
No, I don't. I shop at Food Line.
Yeah.
I have MVP card.
Yeah.
So you better
My
go
number.
Walmart
Just put the
and get
number in.
size.
Beep, 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 beep.
I do it fast as hell.
Yeah. And don't let me start chasing down Aldi and Lidl.
Oh, I
Shit.
swear I know.
all these
I
are spots.
shop at all these all the time.
$2 difference in everything.
Literally everything.
I will say, you buy that produce, make sure you eat it that night. Make sure you eat it the night of.
That's a fact.
I wasn't
No,
gonna
no,
say that. I
that's-
wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna speak that on.
I was about to say the next day. I said,
The man's not lying. We got bananas in it. Nope.
wake up the next morning, I'm like, what these fires coming from?
By the way, we're recording, so
Oh.
here we are.
Oh.
We good. We flowing.
Good. All right. Well, look, y'all, welcome to In Your City. I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin. Joining me always is, I thought was my family.
Wow.
That's right.
And we thought you cared.
Yeah, we did.
That's what's the funny.
I mean, do you really want to go there?
you know what? No.
Because we could just put it on.
Oh, no.
Lay out
Oh,
all
no.
the evidence.
Oh, no.
And let the people decide.
This is guy right here,
Yeah.
SyRok Foxx, comedian SyRok
Yeah,
Foxx.
yeah.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Working. Didn't we just talk about working conditions on the last episode?
Wow.
He's the guy in the next cubicle. He's the next cubicle over.
Knowing damn well that person next door to me is dead. I'm like,
That's crazy. That's
we also
wild.
have Hustle Queen Miss Michele Young.
Hey.
And shout out to our house producer, Mr. Cam. Dolly.
Yo,
Oh, hey, Alvin.
Alvino.
Couldn't do without you guys.
What's
So-
going on? I left 2 weeks and everything.
I know,
Right,
right?
we had to address this. She was definitely on vacation. And let me tell you, it wasn't good. I
Yeah.
tell you, the quality of these guys, it had nothing to add of value to the conversation. So, yeah, just wanted to put that out there.
Oh wow.
Anyway, no, we miss you, Michelle. How was your vacation, though?
Oh my
well
God.
needed.
I feel like a new person.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
It was amazing.
You needed
I
it.
Stayed away from my phone for the entire time. It
No,
was
you did. You definitely text me back. Like, twice.
I did text select people. There were select people who heard back from me.
I don't even know if I did anything important. I don't even remember what was that.
Could y'all like
Did I
actually?
leave my toothpaste?
I would love to like avoid like touching my phone like on a vacation.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I feel like I can't like it's starting to be like I'm addicted to my phone.
No, literally. Like,
Oh, I already know I
it's-
am.
It's bad. Like then you come back. I came back to the room one night and I had like 343 messages, and I just wanted to throw it in the pool, but I was like, I'm just not going to. But
Mm.
yeah, it was. It's
Hold on.
always like.
I'm sorry, Arrington. Is your joint on?
Yeah.
SyRok, yours is too?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I'm not getting, for some reason.
Yo.
Yeah, pass it back. I'm not hearing you the way I should be hearing you.
Darn.
Mm,
You just got a raw dog in.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know if that's how I would
No, I mean-
describe
There's
it.
nothing wrong with that, but we do.
I mean,
You know,
The
Make
pack,
sure you wrap up. Make sure you wrap up, y'all.
the pack itself is a microphone.
I don't know if that's where I was going with it.
Oh,
See, you know what I'm talking about. Stop.
the fact that that came from you, though.
Words mean things. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yours is still on though?
Yeah.
Why am I on? All right.
Oh, it's blinking. Is it supposed to blink? Like
Yeah,
that?
it's supposed to blink. Tap the.
Mine doesn't blink.
There we go.
Oh, I was on mute.
Oh.
I didn't mute it. I'm just.
I'm like, I should be getting 4 levels coming
But
through,
I'm
and I'm
assuming
not.
flashing means mute and solid means not mute.
Maybe. Yeah, you're good now. All right, we're good.
All right. So, yeah. I forgot what we were just talking about just now.
Work conditions.
Oh,
No, we're not talking about.
Oh, my bad.
And I was literally about to be like, oh yeah, so.
I didn't bring the food today.
My bad.
Anyways, let's get
Clearly,
going.
I have a
Let's get going
one-track
with
mind.
a little jokey joke before we start the show. All right, so
Wait, we really are gonna do a dad joke and then go right into the curtain news of the tragedy?
yeah, so we have a certain structure that we do here.
I want to make you laugh before cry.
All right, what do you call a snowman with a 6-pack? No, you've been in the gym. What do you call it? An abdominal snowman.
It's like, it's funny, but it's not funny enough to laugh.
But his build-up, I like that.
Yeah.
He was prepped.
Yeah.
He was ready.
I think it's because we got on him last time
Yeah,
about
we
his
critiqued
delivery.
him last time, so I'm laughing at the fact that he tried to fix it.
He even had ad-libs, so you be in the gym. Like he was like, I'm gonna bring SyRok into it.
I like it.
Appreciate it.
I like it. I would have messed up on the word about visible. See?
Yeah.
Hey, happens all of us. So recently, tragic passing occurred over the weekend. Rich Homie Quan, hip hop star. I mean, you talking about multiple hits? They were playing all this hits like on so because my wife was like, I don't know what I'm like, and I started playing.
I'm straight, shoot straight. That one. I got my whip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're not tripping to it.
I
don't want to get the wrong crowd knocking at the door.
Spirit used me. The man, it was a good song.
but really though, I mean, he had hits on top of hits, and I mean, passed away at 34. There hasn't been so far like a cause that has been publicly, but they have speculation of what it is. But yeah, just gotta prayers out for the family. It's another hit in hip hop. I feel like it's what's sad because I feel like it's kind of like a norm in a sense, and it shouldn't be, but it is. It's like I don't know.
To this point, it's almost like I'm expecting to hear about an overdose or something like that every year. Like, well, new year, who's overdosing this time? He's a millionaire.
And these cats are not even making like 35. Like, I mean, he's 34, but I mean, they're not even making
young.
Crazy young.
It's so young. And I listened to the 911 call because they made it public, and it's very disturbing. So, I mean, basically, she thought he just slept on the couch that night. So she left, took the kids to school, came back. He still was asleep, put a blanket on him, and then when she came back after dropping the kids off, that was when she realized that, he had been dead and looked like he had, had foaming of the mouth. That was the only, the thing they said. But yeah, the call was very sad. It was very sad because she was clearly in shock. The 911 representative was rude. That was weird. I was like, what is wrong with these 911 people?
Knowing that the calls that they receive are panicked people. So it's like, why even like,
I was taking a new job.
She just was like, ma'am, I don't understand. Like, she was just the way that she was talking to her. She's like, I don't know what you're saying. Like, it's literally, I don't know what you're saying right now. Like, it's like your job is,
at least calm them down.
Exactly.
Like,
take the calls people's worst day possible.
But again, like if that's the case, if possible overdose. Like I said, we don't know yet. What should like the shift be, at least in hip hop, so we won't continue to see this narrative like always occurring? You know what I mean?
I mean, say I'm wrong or not, but it's mad rappers who rap about constant tiptoeing the line of overdosing in their music, and some of them don't even do the drugs that they talk about.
Future, just say Future's name.
One of them.
Just say his name.
Future's one of them. Future raps
makes
about
sense.
a lot. He has a song called Codeine Crazy, and he don't even be on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's another young rapper. I don't know his name. I can never learn his name. For the life of me, I'm gonna come back with it. But he's like, yeah, I took 30 Xans in a day. Like 30 Xans in a day.
Is it not Lil Xan?
I hope not.
There is a rapper named Lil Xan, I want to say.
Yeah, but they rapping about, I mean, barely surviving overdoses.
So are you saying like the lyrics matter, or like you know what I mean? Like,
I'm just saying that when I was listening to music about smoking weed, and I was smoking weed, it was a vibe. When they listening to this music about overdosing,
it's a whole different, like it's just a different. It really is.
They favorite influence, they most influential person. And I know I'm sounding like a Republican right now, but their most influential person is constantly drilling in their head that themselves are going to balls to the wall when it comes to drugs.
Yeah, but they're not willing to do when they're almost like making it, they're making it almost like a positive, funny thing.
The sad thing we always see is that a lot of like either upcoming rappers or current popular ones that have grown careers, when they speak on like who influenced like them, who's some of their like heroes,
like more than
all their heroes are like still alive. Who LL, Snoop, Dre, like there's a lot of old hip hop stars that are still very much alive, doing well, doing great. Jay, I mean, I'm just saying like.
But the people you name, like, we're not doing specific people, but the people you name, like Jay, 50, Rick Ross, like all these people who are monumental characters in hip hop, they bragged about selling the dope.
Right.
Who were they selling the dope to? Like, who were they selling all these drugs
to? The parents of the kids that are users today.
So the generation before them was rapping about selling the dope. The generation after them are rapping about using the dope. And somebody got to be like, well, let's rap about rehabilitation.
Is that the next phase in this?
It got to be, right? Like,
I hope so.
You sell dope, you get hooked up to supply, you become a junkie. Rehabilitation time. Let's get to that part of the.
I feel like that's a perfect way to end this topic. I want to move it on again. Thoughts and prayers go out to Rich Homie Quan's family. And again, another sad tragedy in hip hop. But I want to move it on. Lee Daniels, famous director, executive producer, writer. I don't need to go on the timeline of his films, but recently, his newest film, The Deliverance, which is currently on Netflix right now. It's a horror flick. It stars Glenn Close, Monique, Audrey Day, and there's a fourth person. I'm blanking on the name, but Lee Daniels been facing some backlash. So the movie's doing great, by the way. I don't know if any of y'all seen it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I haven't watched
saw it.
it.
I was shaking under the covers the whole time.
I love it because I like a good horror movie, and it's like I feel like horror movies now are just corny because it's like okay, it's typical like and all that other crap.
It started corny.
It started, but I'm like, okay, the storyline was really good, but it was unique because Glenn Close played a character, which I know Glenn Close from like, was it the 101 Dalmatians, and there was a sitcom.
Young actress.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
So she played a role of kind of like that white girl from the hood. Like I mean, like literally, like that's the depiction that she had. So
I didn't know she had that in her.
That's the thing. I did not know at all
she
either.
did in the movie.
I mean, she showed her true acting chops. But Lee Daniels faced some backlash because he said, I want to thank Glenn Close for the character and the role she played in this film, the impact that she put. You are a fabric. Her character was a fabric of the Black community. So like the Black community is like, oh, I'm sorry, what? Hold up.
That character definitely is the fabric of the Black community.
They are away. So
100%. Look. I had to move every 2 years of my life since I was a little boy. I have found that white woman in every project, every city, every cul-de-sac, every suburb, everywhere I've ever lived. That white woman has been there.
I get it. I'm not disagreeing. When I first heard it, I was like, I mean, I don't really see like the.
If Michele was born in Baton Rouge, she'd be that woman right now.
Braided hair. Let me tell you something.
These are facts.
Let me tell you something. Like Glenn Close was braided hair. She would go. Like it was hilarious. She has a black daughter. Like everything was in. Really, her role
in the movie.
Okay. And I mean, you guys got to see it because even though it was a horror movie, the theme of it really did have like a positive outcome. Somebody, living through a hard time, single mother, all this other stuff, and then towards the end, something good happens. But yeah, I'm just like, I don't know why people are overreacting.
I'm gonna be honest. Mm-hmm. I was actually, because at first I was like, is this a Tyler Perry movie? And then I saw her, and she was a royal fuck up as a mom in many, many different ways as the character. And I was actually just happy that they also portrayed that, to be honest, white people fuck up to his parents. Like, I feel like our society is constantly
we know.
Putting a spotlight.
And we're going to talk about the result of that later in the show. But yeah.
But I was kind of like, well, okay. I mean, at least they're showing that, of all races, all cultures have the same issues with money, being single mom, drugs, alcohol, because that particular mom in the character, she had addictions and stuff like that, which passed on to her kid. That in that aspect, I was like, well, at least they didn't portray just all a whole black family, just all.
Well, and that's why I like what Lee Daniels did because this movie is based on a true story, but in real life, Glenn Close was not a white woman. Like the real life, her character is a black woman, but Lee Daniels made the adjustment, said, we'll make this character white. So
but there's hella, it's not a stretch, there's hella white women who are mothers of black children.
Yeah.
Hellas. Yeah. Like, and they all got the same cut. Why are we pretending like they don't exist?
I don't know. To me,
this is fake rage.
It really is. It really is. I'm like, be realistic. And again, when I heard Lee Daniels just made the adjustment in the movie and said, "I'll make this girl white," to me, I'm like, he's speaking the truth. Like
you mad this one black white woman. The fact that there's millions of them. There's only been one to make a movie that I've seen. Has there ever been?
And her name was Alberta, by the way, in the movie.
Oh, that's real.
Come on now.
That is
Alberta. Ooh, I ain't had Alberta.
Was she always chewing gum? I haven't seen the movie yet, but was she always chewing gum?
And look.
No, I agree. I agree 110%.
She did.
See? Those was the big
young ones
in the hood.
Even the young ones.
Those were the biggest in the hood. So the fact that people are mad that he said that, it's not like he said she's the foundation. She's the fabric. Meaning you've seen quilts,
a small portion, not the full on.
You've seen the whole thing. Like you look at a quilt. On one of my quilts in my house, there's a corner of an Elmo sheet. I don't know where the hell that Elmo sheet came from. I don't like Elmo. I don't even watch Sesame Street when I was a little boy. But on that quilt,
Elmo's there.
Just like that white woman in this big ass black community quilt. That white woman there.
I actually went to Sesame Street. Like there was a festival, like a little park at Sesame World. I went to as a kid. I was that kind of fan of Sesame Street.
See, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania,
There's a black man who accepted that Elmo and accepted that Sesame Street. There's a black man who accepted that popping gum, dick sucking white woman in the hood. Because that's what she was doing.
So
moving on. I think it's that time for SyRok. What you think?
What?
It's time. SyRok, what you think?
All right, so this one is a real easy one, real straight to the point, and I'm gonna have to ask for examples from my partners in crime. This is very, very simple. The question was, SyRok, I don't really see real progress in the thing that I'm pursuing. What do you think that is? And I'm gonna now there is more details to it that I promise to keep on the, because if you reveal some of the details, then you figure out who it is. But the answer is real simple.
He's talking about me. No,
Yeah, right. You bullshitting yourself. You just bullshitting yourself. That's really what it is. Like, you're not serious. It's plain as day. Some people think that they really want something to happen, but when you pay attention to the steps and how they align their life to try to make that thing happen, they were never fucking serious about it. Motherfuckers say they want to learn how to skateboard and never bought a skateboard. Never. They just bought some knee pads and say, one day I'm gonna get some wheels. Like, no, that's just y'all bullshitting yourselves when y'all talking about y'all want to accomplish something and then never ever really take the first step. You don't even grab the banister and be like, well, here I go. No. Y'all are I don't know if it's being scared from failure. I don't know if it's like the wonder of the new, but stop playing with yourself. Like, you don't have to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Instagram, fuck it. Facebook, fuck it. Snap, go ahead and put up all them filters, whatever it is. But on the real, when it comes to you internally, you know what's up. And you know the reason why you ain't seeing no progress on that weight loss, that job progression, that career that you trying to start, that entrepreneurship, any of that, the real reason it ain't progressing because you bullshitting. So my question, and I want y'all to be real transparent, has there ever been a time where you had to look in the mirror and be like, man, I'm playing around, I need to get serious. Like, I really am bullshitting. What you got?
I mean, public speaking is one of my biggest fears. I say it a lot on the show, but like, public speaking sometimes prevents me from growing my brand, because at the end of the day, if I'm trying to sell a product to get in your store, I gotta do what? A presentation in front of a group of people.
Right.
I've always let public speaking be like my I can't do it. And then also this was like in the past. If I wanted to pursue something that required me taking like some form of a test or like certification course, or I will always regret, because I struggled taking tests as a kid and a student. So I'll always be like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna put myself in that.
Attempt something because
it was the most fear I had was to study hard, and then damn, I keep on getting these results. What I told you, I had a learning disability too. Right. I still do to this day. But it really.
SyRok, man.
What you mean SyRok, man? What you mean SyRok, man?
What was the look? Why'd you turn around?
What was the
I didn't
You the fuck out of here.
Oh, well, but it was like, oh, okay. Like, I'm acknowledging him.
Bruh. No, run the tape back. That was a
I was
all alone.
I was
no one here.
trying to be sympathetic to my guy over here is what I was trying to do.
My bad, man. You got it.
but real talk though, it's like fear is a son of a bitch. Like, it's just when you that feeling that
crippling.
I had, oh my god, it was the worst. So like, I was always determined when I graduated from college. I'm like, no, I won't want to, like, because my dad said you should get your master's. I'm like, that means a lot of test taking. No, I don't. Like, I literally always, that's why I kudos to my wife. She's, want to pursue getting another master. I'm like, girl, you do you, girl, you do you. Me, I was good after undergrad because I was fearful of, hey, if I pursue it, I'm wasting my money and wasting my time. So I would say.
But you know what, though? At least you real enough with yourself to, wouldn't say that that's a good example of you bullshitting yourself. Because you really taking it into consideration, like, man, I don't even want to leave myself that, because I know I'm not mentally.
But that's the thing, though. I feel like I am, because I know what I'm capable of doing. It's just, again, I'm already thinking ahead before I even pursue it. I haven't even reached out to try and, like, okay, let me.
Also, you don't even really know what to.
Exactly. I think ahead on everything. So it's like I'm thinking like, well, if I do this, maybe this could happen. Oh no, I can do. I overthink myself too much. So for me, I'm BS myself. So I know I could. That's my example.
Michele.
I mean, I kind of have two perspectives on this. I think the first, we definitely bullshit ourselves. I tell myself that all the time. When I know that I just procrastinated something or I forgot about something for a period of time, I literally am like, oh my God, let me get myself together, because if not, I'm going to miss this opportunity. And I know I should be doing this. Like procrastination is probably the main thing that I would be talking about. And the other aspect of it too is, the timing. If I would try to do the full package 3 or 4 years ago, it would not have been anywhere near as successful, because I didn't have the people in my life like all of you, like the team, like Nina. I didn't know Nina at the time, so I wouldn't have had the people at that point, and I wasn't broken enough to take on this type of responsibility. Meaning, to be honest, I hadn't had enough, I hadn't got sick of myself enough. And I saw a video the other day where a guy was saying, you really don't become successful, whether it's in a relationship or in life, and what you need to do, until you finally wake up and you're sick of yourself. And that's crazy. Like, you literally are like, I'm so sick of myself because I keep making excuses, or I keep allowing people in my life who want to hold me down, want to keep me down, and I just keep making bad decisions, or I keep falling into addictions, whatever it is. You always, allow yourself to go back into that until you're sick of yourself. When you're sick of yourself, that's a very alarming place to be in. And then at that point, you're like, okay, you set them boundaries for yourself, and you hold yourself accountable, and you put people in your life to hold yourself accountable. But I think timing is also very important. I wouldn't have been able to handle the full package 2-3 years ago if I hadn't gone through the things that I've gone through. And that's why I tell a lot of people, like, you can go through horrible, traumatic things and, still be the best version of yourself coming out on the other side, instead of giving into it and just allowing yourself to, woe is me, and I'm never going to be anyone. I'm never going to go anywhere. I'm never going to do anything. But when you get sick of yourself, you're going to do one of two things. You're either going to stay sick of yourself for the rest of your life, or you're going to wake up and put people around you to actually hold you accountable, stop making excuses, and get unsick of yourself.
It sounds like you adopted a philosophy unknowingly. This is my philosophy, was to constantly put myself in an uncomfortable situation. Yeah. I'm constantly putting myself in an uncomfortable, growing, positive situation, not like uncomfortable. I'm in that trap house. Remember that trap house thing in the photo booth place?
Yeah.
So,
still trying to figure out why I was there.
Well, it was so much cocaine.
Yeah.
I don't even know why that was an option.
Hey, the man ain't changed the narrative. That's all I gotta say.
Right.
That's all I got to say.
But yeah, so putting yourself in a positive, uncomfortable, potentially growing situation is always my goal when it comes to, the next year, the next project, the next month. And it sounds like that's what you adopted, like in a more sophisticated, I guess, better vocabulary way. I'm slow, so
No, that's right though. Like, what you're saying is right, and it is terrifying to be uncomfortable and go in different places, environments. Especially, most people don't know, about me growing up. I was very introverted, very shy. I didn't really talk in school. I would go all day in school and not talk to anybody but the teacher. I was like bullied, picked on. I really did not really do anything, out of confidence, until, later high school years. But, it's crazy because now, I still get anxiety. What you say about the test taking, I still get that sometimes when I go into a room of a bunch of people that I don't know. I still feel that. I still get that anxiety, like, oh my God, I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to be left alone. And then I have to be like, no, you need these people. They need you. We just got to figure out the connections. Where did the connections meet? But
we're different.
Well,
I walk in the room. Well, they're so lucky.
But you know what, too? I think in our culture, in our everyday life, what we see on TV and stuff, I feel like it's never promoted the fact failures. You gotta have failures in order to be successful. Failures help you. It doesn't hurt you. I think in our society, it's like, oh no, this person at the top, I always gotta get to the top, but they never talk about like how they got there step by step, right? They don't show. They might say, I worked hard and that's why I let. Well, I'm working hard too, damn it. Why not? So you just gotta talk more about the failures, and it's okay to fail, because failures is gonna help,
So avoiding failures for this person in particular, avoiding the failures is what's keeping this person from progressing, trying, all that noise.
And hopefully that person has a good circle too, because sometimes people in a circle can hurt you too, because they don't tell you.
You shouldn't reach me. You shouldn't reach me. I'm like a fourth, fifth party and all that. You shouldn't reach me, and I'll be the one to tell you. Well, duh, you ain't doing shit. Like it shouldn't be me the one to tell you.
True.
Now, Cam, tying it back into the original point. Have there been a time where you haven't seen progression in a goal or anything like that, and you realize the real reason you're not seeing that progression is because you're not taking it serious at all?
I guess there would be that, but I'm much like Michele in the sense that I believe in calculated risk. You know what I'm saying? And I want to set myself up to be in the best position to achieve my goal. So I'm not a jump out on a limb type of guy. That's not me. Which is why with doing this, I still have my 9 to 5. It just makes sense, right? For me, because I need the thing to fall back on in case this doesn't work. So I don't think it's ever been from a position of bullshitting as much as it has been like, I want to make sure the cards are aligned. I want to make sure I have the right support system around me. I want to make sure that all these things line up. I can't say perfectly because there is no perfect scenario, but I want to make sure all these things are in place so that when I do start angling towards this thing, everything is just kind of there for me to succeed. So,
and that's being smart. I mean, for me, it's like, it's realistic. I can't stand if, like, I have some friends that be like, no man, I don't do that 9 to 5. I don't do that. But I see you struggling paying bills. So I'm like,
okay. Oh, I was about to say that. Dame. Because that's that Dame thinking, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a boss?
Damn it.
You got a boss? You
were doing so
you
good.
got someone that's going,
Okay.
my teeth.
God damn. We were doing so good.
Why am I doing this? I don't even know why I'm doing this.
I'm sorry. My teeth. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The whole mouth fell out like you were alive.
Which one mine, Cam? Which one?
You right here. You right here.
Hey, motherfucker. The reason why you are not seeing no progression in any of the things that you are attempting right now is because you truly don't give a fuck. You solely just want the title, the acknowledgement of you saying that you did it. But in reality, you have not put no forethought, no back thought, no thought. You have not did any type of research or block building, foundational forming, nothing to help you be successful in the thing that you announced to the world. You suck. It's simple as that. And the only way to get better is to really try. The only way to get better is to really look in the mirror and say, damn, I suck. And not tell Instagram that you got a bunch of haters. No.
Yes, thank you for saying that.
Everybody got haters, but like, who? You know what? That's another conversation. No, do they even exist?
I know.
That's
They really don't. It's in your head. It's really.
All the haters are you. No,
You hate
yourself.
You hate yourself.
Now, until you get somebody who actually in your inbox who says, when I see you at Food Line, it's me and you.
Yeah.
Jerika, I'm sorry. I got your money. Like, for real. You don't have to keep sending me that shit.
Well, SyRok, that was a great SyRok. What you think? Thank you so much, sir. Look, we're moving on to time for Michele's Corner.
That sounds like damn teeth every time I do that.
Oh, what's going on? Well, at least they're laughing to start this topic. Unfortunately, unfortunately, this topic is a sad reality. So, have you guys been seeing lately the last 2 weeks of school? We're in the first 2 weeks of school, and we already have 3 shootings, 3 school shootings. September 6th was September 6th there was a 15-year-old who was shot in a bathroom in Maryland, and he died. September 4th teacher was grazed by a stray bullet that came through the window on teacher workday while he's preparing for the classroom day, and that was in Bronx, New York. And then, of course, the one that has been
the Bronx.
Yeah,
that was just a random
you
bullet.
said that was a random.
That wasn't even a school shooting. That was, the Bronx is a different place.
But then, of course, the biggest one that everybody's been hearing about is September 4th with the 14-year-old who, killed 4 people, 2 students, 2 teachers. And if you've seen on the news, also the dad is being charged with the same crimes because he decided for some unknown reason that even though his
14-year-old son should have a rifle,
and he already had concerns that he was going to do something, and then he still bought this.
Last year, not to step on your toes, but last year there was some type of issue where they pulled him out of school and they called the cops down in school, all that. It was at a different school though. So this is, and I think they're saying this is what the problem is. Whatever his record was or whatever that was didn't carry over to the new school. So I don't think
it didn't have anything to do, which is obviously, a lot of people are saying, what's going on? Is it the culture in school? Is it the parenting at home? Is it just the kids and social media?
It's all the above.
What is happening?
All the above.
Because he moved, you're right, he moved to a new school. So you can't say he was getting bullied or having issues with, because he gets into a brand new school and then first week of school, he, starts killing people. Like, what is going on with these kids?
For one, the accountability sucks because
that's you.
Oh,
we
hear it, bro.
We're gonna have a talk out. We're all gonna have an intervention.
Is everything?
I'm like,
tell us something's not happening without saying something. But no, when they acknowledged that something was happening at the last school, like what happened last year, the local police department, sheriff department contacted the FBI.
Yes.
The FBI, and you're telling me none of this shit was on this dude's record, like at all. And to make matters worse, on his I think for Christmas when he was 13, his dad gifted him like an AR or something. Just so 15. So it's just sad. I mean, I think the worst factor is just 14, and then the 15-year-old that died in the bathroom, a 16-year-old killed that individual, and then I read something not so long ago, an 11-year-old was involved in a shoot, but the suspect was 11. I'm like, God dang. So, I mean, to answer your question, it's like Cam said, it's all the above. I mean, I don't have any children, so I always hate to say it's bad parenting, but I'm sorry, pretty crappy parenting on this level. I do think all schools need like security. Like I don't see what the issue by having like just a patrol officer, which I know, one's not gonna make, but it's something.
I mean, what schools don't though at this point?
Yeah, they do. It's like my son has said it too. It's like going into a detention center every morning.
Metal detectors,
and I think that's why they don't, because you don't want the kids to feel like. And I get it. It's the world we're in right now, but like the kids are going to school to learn / have fun and become who they are. Like we're forcing them to grow, and I get it's a product of the environments where we are right now, but you're forcing them into this world where it's like there's no innocence anymore.
It's scary.
But I mean, I'd rather it be difficult and scary to get in, and then they relax while they're in, than it to be all hunky dory and sunshine through them doors.
Right. I agree.
As a gun enthusiast, man, we gotta figure something out with these gun laws. Like, we gotta figure something out.
Like, I'm so pro guns. I grew up in a household where like everybody. I mean, but we never open carry, but we always had protection in the household. But that was just for protection purposes only. But now it's just like parents think that their kid doesn't have access to gun, and it's like, I'm gotta hide them somewhere else, bro. Like behind a TV doesn't help, or somewhere where you think it's like kids are sneaky, man. I was a sneaky kid. Like you told me not to do anything, I'm gonna find a way to do it anyway. So it's like,
and your child. Like I've obviously spoke openly about my son be getting in trouble constantly in school. Like, and it's the second week, and we already had an issue. So I also on the flip side as a parent, I lock my guns up Not because I think he's going to go shoot up a school. I don't think that that's in him. But I'm not going to sit here and act like that, his issues that he has, that, it couldn't be the perfect situation environment that would make him snap.
Don't take much. It's like the perfect influence, the perfect time, the perfect the perfect storm to start bubbling for an incident to happen.
And do most schools have like, I guess, like therapists in there? They do, like they just
they have.
I don't know. Some just kind of like
they have counselors, but I don't know if they're like certified therapists.
Yeah,
I don't know. Psychologists.
Well, so my cousin actually works for the city of Hampton for the schools. So the problem is she's assigned to like 4 different schools. So she's the therapist, and she actually has her master's in therapy. Like, so this is what she does. But by the time she gets through all 4 schools in 1 week, she's done nothing but assessments to determine what's going on with these kids. And, after that, it's like they only get to see her once or twice a month.
See, they got to do better with that.
Even in crisis.
I mean, mental health, man, is real. I mean, when it comes to bullying, you don't know what the kid is having at their home, and they might bring what's happening in their household into the school. And I mean, like, it's so many scenarios and stuff that can occur. And
that's why I don't want to leave the current school system that I'm in right now for my daughter, because the parents that's in that school system we're in are so involved and like community. Like, there's a whole message situation, like this way of communication that the teachers, parents, and students have with all like that trinity. It's locked in to the point where I know a lot of the other parents at the school. Like, I know a lot of parents. I know a lot of kids. I know the kids walking back and forth. Like, I love that. So the chances of an incident like that happening in our community would be slimmer because we know directly the children that are hanging out there. I don't want to have to deal with another school that doesn't have that type of situation where you have a PTA thing and none of the parents show up. With our school, it was so many parents, it was an overflow where they had to bring in more chairs. They had to turn on monitors and turn up PA systems. Like, I like those type of problems. In situations where these school shootings and stuff, I look at the data when it comes to certain meetings and nobody shows up. Everybody's disconnected. There's no active parents. I'm not saying, I shouldn't say there's no. The percentage of active parents
a lot less
that's involved is a lot less. And I'm considered way blessed to have this overflow of active parents in my current school, to where we're talking about, man, what are we doing about this gun shit?
And see, that's the thing they need to have, because it had to be like an adjustment for students. I think it's Newport News and Suffolk. The students have to sport the clear backpacks.
Yeah, that's my son's school.
Like, that blows my mind.
Because last year, 2 weeks before the school year was up, they had a gunman on campus. A kid left the school. He said, I'm going to go get a gun. I'm going to kill everybody. He went out the building. He had a gun in his trunk. He got it. They locked the school down so he couldn't get back into school. But the kids were all screaming and yelling and freaking out watching him, because he literally went to the car, got a gun, and started walking back towards the school. Like, it's just and another thing is they keep changing administration, and that makes it difficult, because then it's hard to have as a parent. I walk in, when I went in there, the other day, luckily my son didn't do anything wrong, but I'm very strict to the point now, if I even think it looks like he's going to do something wrong, I'm going to act psychotic. And I went up to the school, but I went up there and it's like, I didn't recognize hardly anybody. And they said they had a whole new administration. And I'm just like, it's hard, because if that one principal hadn't still been there, the 10th grade principal who knows him and knew the issues from last year, I was grateful he was there. But it's like, you have to retell a whole story of everything, and it just, to me, it makes it difficult. But it's nice to hear that there are schools on our side that they're not having that.
I'm super proud of the parents. Matter of fact, I think I could probably put the school on blast. No, I won't. I just thought about it. I don't want y'all motherfuckers to know what school my kid go to. But I'm proud of the school, the kids that go to that school. I'm real proud of the parents, because we can have those uncomfortable conversations about, what are y'all doing with y'all guns in y'all house?
Yeah.
And some people was like, I ended up selling them. I was just too scared. Some parents are like, I got a whole new little safety lock thing. Like, we're having conversations about it. And I know it doesn't lower the percentage to 0, but I know my chances are lower than a lot of other fucking places.
Gotcha.
Because we're at least taking those measures of having gun safety conversations, raising our kids around, guns. Even if you don't have a gun, still having the gun safety conversation.
Yeah.
Never point your weapon at anything not to shoot. Keep your weapon in your fingers. All the stuff that really matters when you first see a gun in the middle of the streets. What do you do?
Yeah.
Right.
As parents, I just want to ask real quick. As parents, like, would y'all be cool if they say, okay, we now have all of our teachers taking gun course, and most likely if they have one, they'll have one?
Yes.
I don't think teachers should carry. I think they should have security officials like trained
Specific people
for
because
that.
where you gonna have them with it on the
That's true,
or
that's just-
God forbid in the closet where a kid could God forbid get access
Well,
to.
and that's what I was bringing up, because they were like, that's a discussion that like elected officials are honestly
You're
like,
saying
It's cops who's not even
Like,
properly
I mean,
trained
just
with
have
weapons.
a gun on guard. I mean,
No.
like, not,
Yeah.
I don't want to
I
say like
thought
really
the
have it
cops
on.
that work in the school, they have guns.
They are.
They do, but
I think the argument is
But
it's not enough of them.
that's the
Then
thing.
we figure out that budget. But to arm
Yeah.
teachers, that's untrained, improperly trained person with a gun. It's just as deadly as the shooter.
Well, and to me, I feel as though even if they were trained, because how many viral videos have we saw students fighting teachers? Like, I'm just saying, like, my dad works in the education.
Fucking up teachers too.
Yeah,
The teacher go
literally.
running that closet.
Hey, let me think. Let me
Get the
Bah, 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 bah,
You get your ass beat hard enough, you forget you a teacher. Yo, they gonna be on the trial like, yo, what you doing? Yo, that 13-year-old, baby.
Oh,
I had to shoot that big motherfucker.
way to end us. Way to end the show.
That was my fault that time, right? I'm good, right? I'm not gonna get canceled.
No.
Trust me,
Say?
we would have got canceled a long time ago.
That's
Yo,
what
but I didn't know if you. I'm sorry, I didn't know if you finished with that.
Oh no. I pretty much we have the conclusion. It's a combination of everything. But as a parent, lock your guns up.
Yeah.
Don't buy automatic rifles when you have kids still living at home. That's completely insane.
Fully automatic rifles are illegal.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
shouldn't have them.
Yeah.
For the military,
Get
for
rid
a
of it.
reason.
Hey, the people will be like, "It's my right. It's my amendment right." Like, I don't know how many times I've always heard if I ask friends, like, why do you have it? It's my amendment right. I'm like, I didn't say you don't. I'm saying, like, what's the reason to?
If
have
you're
it? Why
in a
do you need it?
situation, and this is from a person who's been like close enough for the bullet to hear the pop, I think they shooting at us, John. Like that. If you're in a situation where you need a fully automatic weapon, you're already fucked.
You should, yeah.
You're already
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
It's too late. You're
Yeah.
not coming out of that situation alive. If you switching your weapon to fully automatic, you're done. You've lost, and you're sacrificing yourself for the greater good to help your friends get further along. Because if you ain't doing a controlled shot, you just that means you in a what the movie The Rock was in, Doom. You in a Doom situation.
Oh my god!
But you're right. It doesn't. But if you have a right to have it, you have a right to go to jail right along with your child for not being responsible with it. So you can go right ahead and get those murder charges.
See ya.
It's that jail time, buddy.
Yeah.
Look, y'all, another great conversation here in your city. Y'all be sure to continue to support us by following us on Instagram at In Your City too. Also, we got a YouTube channel
so we have a lot of YouTube clips and videos and stuff out there that's separated on 3 to 4 different channels. So what we're gonna do is consolidate and start a new In Your City channel that y'all can subscribe to and get directly on the segments of Michele, myself, and Arrington. You can pick your favorites, you can comment, all that stuff, and we'll even read some of those comments back on air. Like the SyRok What You Think segment. You got a question, you go ahead and ask those questions right underneath the comments. If you think that Arrington's dad jokes suck, go ahead and let us know.
Please let him know. Please, because he's getting feedback from the wrong people.
Yeah.
I know.
Think about it. Think about it. His favorite couple is white.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The handsome man and the little.
I feel like you're talking about.
You know exactly.
Shout out to Jason Sherry. Bro, Jason from Iowa, buddy. Doesn't get more white than that. Doesn't get more white than that.
From Iowa?
He's from Iowa.
Hey.
Wow.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Well, look, we out, y'all. Continue to support us. We're available on all podcast platforms, like I said, YouTube as well. See you next time.
Hey.
Yeah.